Like a
Three,
gravelly Scotsman voice.
2, 1. And we're live again. Oh, fucking hell.
Hey guys, Mickey Mouse kills Thanos.
Yeah, that's true. That spoiler alert there, boys. Mickey Mouse fucking comes in and he kills Thanos. Like,
Ha! I'm gonna kill you! Ha! Ruining my franchise, you have. Ha!
so how was your week?
It's been alright. Been doing my Warhammer, trying to balance getting followers on Instagram, which is interesting.
Followers on Instagram.
Yeah, because I upload my painting to Instagram.
Mm.
Rather than fucking post taking pictures of the food I'm about to stick in my mouth.
Oh,
Or the places that I just walked past, I'm sticking my Warhammer models, and people are liking it. But you don't upload for a few days and you lose followers instantly. It's like a fucking up and down situation. I've been also playing Dawn of War 3, which is a good game. Been buying and selling Warhammer.
Yeah. Well, me, I've been really doing is again playing DayZ and fucking I'm trying to get back into Tarkov again and sort of trying to learn the ropes for that again. It's been.
Did you even finish Days Gone?
I did play a bit more of it this week, but at the moment this week's been a bit hectic with work and other things. It seems like my boss might be a little upset with me at the moment because I did say on what was it, on Tuesday, that I was probably going to be quitting at the end of the month because I'm planning on moving to a completely different town. So I didn't say that to my boss, I said that to some of my co-workers, so I think she might be very fucking happy. Especially with the text message I got today. That was fun.
I hear you're moving.
Yeah, probably between now and August I'll be moving. But yeah, I got to go to. I got to move because, well, stuff to do with my daughter and that. I got to go move a bit closer to family, a bit closer to doctors and stuff like that. I got to go.
In other words, you're leaving the fucking country and going to the city.
Or somewhere bigger than the country, yeah. Technically,
can't get anywhere bigger than the country.
Technically, where I'm moving to is still technically a small town, which is not really, well, actually a big town, I should say. But yeah, no. Also tried out Crusader Kings 2 today, which it's a mind fuck, but it's all right. I don't mind it. It fucking get your noggin fucking going. That's for sure. But yeah. So this week has been pretty interesting when it comes to, well, mainly one news article this week. But one big fucking thing that happened about, what was it, Randy Pitchford? Did you hear about that?
No, I've been more focused on Warhammer stuff lately than anything else, really. I think the only thing mainstream that I've been doing is Game of Thrones.
Well, I'll put the link of the article in the chat because he's a bit of a strange fella, this one.
He's the head of
CEO of Gearbox. So, but funny thing was that there's even a leaked photo that came out of him on his knees looking like he's begging to someone in a fucking bathroom. In a bathroom. It was fucking hilarious. What the hell's going on?
Maybe he's got a sense of humour. Yeah, I don't see the link, but I can see the stream. So let's see this picture.
Oh, I don't think the picture's in the article. But there is a picture floating out there if anybody wants to have a look at it. But, yes, I'll quickly read a bit of it because it's kind of an interesting story, this one. David Eddings, Gearbox former Vice President of Licensing and the original Claptrap voice actor, has published his account on some of his time at the studio. Eddings recently revealed turning down an opportunity to voice Claptrap in Borderlands 3 when he learned he won't be offered royalties for past work. I had a lot of mixed feelings when asked to reprise the role of Claptrap late last year, and eventually realised I was willing to put differences aside and do something cool for Borderlands fans with my friends at Gearbox. Where are we? I just lost it. Yeah, there we go. Eddings told his Twitter followers, I ultimately offered to do it for free in exchange for past royalties owed, plus an apology for something I've never spoken about publicly until now. The incident, according to Eddings, is Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford assaulting him in 2017. Randy physically assaulted me in the lobby of Marriott Marquis at GDC 2017. Eddings revealed, though he did not elaborate further, he did share an unfavourable opinion of his former boss. Personally, I think Randy's been on tilt the last few years. He's not the victim he portrays himself to be. I even blocked him a couple of years ago for stalking me on social media. Enough is enough. It's gotten weird, very weird, and very quickly. It's nice not feeling the need to spot any sleight of hand these days, or wonder if the card was chosen or forced. I'm happy to be free from the half-truths and full-on deceptions, and thankful to no longer hear people referred to as muggles like a con man refers to a mark.
Does he actually go around calling his fucking employees muggles?
Apparently, yes. Apparently,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on at Gearbox, but something fucking weird's going on. But they've got a couple of these tweets here. I'll quickly read them. This is from the voice of Claptrap. I was fine moving on after Gearbox, but when my former boss starts mouthing off about various aspects of my employment, including how highly compensated I was and how generous he is, I feel obligated to correct the record. As an aside, seems a bit conspicuous that he chimed in on my salary but didn't mention anything about the $12 million of revenue he siphoned away from the employee royalty pool. Fuck. FYI, GBX employees are asked to take lower salaries with the promise of royalty shares. 2K says they won't give a statement regarding an ongoing lawsuit. But if the allegation is false, then it sure seems a lot easier to deny it, since that's the only reason they're mentioned. The whole thing stinks.
Okay. Sounds like getting weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't sound very, well. Doesn't sound like things are going very well. Well, honestly, right, if they've given the promise, right, if you work for someone like David Eddings, that's been a very iconic voice for a very iconic game franchise like Borderlands, right? You know, I personally shouldn't really see the need to just turn around and say, no, you can't have your royalties. I'm afraid, sorry, you can't have them, because it's just not right. It's just not fucking right at all, in my honest opinion. I just find it weird that he's just gone on a massive tirade and just said, no, you can't fucking have him. Especially to a voice that's, again, very recognisable and very popular.
I'm sorry, Claptrap and popular in the same sentence. I don't know, man.
Oh, he is popular. Like everybody will admit he is a fucking annoying character. One very annoying character. But, some of the stuff he says is funny, he's still an iconic character. He's still very well known. As soon as you say the name Claptrap, people just know instinctively who you're talking about in the gaming community. It's very recognisable. And even the voice is very recognisable too. So him asking for royalties, in my honest opinion, is not a bad thing. And again, he's not asking for current royalties for 3. He's asking for past royalties from 2 and 1, which is not a huge ask, especially for the fact that I don't know if that adds up to like he gets a big payday out of the entire royalties they've already got, or from royalties from now on. Because if it was from now on, then he won't be getting much money. He would get nowhere near as much as he would as the voice for Claptrap in the third game. He just wouldn't. So yeah, he's practically going to be doing it for nothing. But if he's asking for royalties altogether from what they've earned from the last, I'd say 10 years, it's a big ask. But then again, I understand why he asked, especially for someone like him that's again had a voice, produced his voice for Claptrap for 3 games in the last 10 years. So
Yeah.
I personally don't see a huge issue. Unless you want to weigh in on that.
No, I'm more interested in him being that guy being on his knees in the toilet.
Yeah, that's a bit odd in my honest opinion. It's just some things have come out, and he's a bit of a strange guy. That Randy Pitchford.
Who the fuck calls their employees muggles?
I don't know.
What is he then? Like the fucking Grand fucking Griswold or some shit?
I have no idea. It's just honestly.
Is he the fucking chosen one? Is he? He's fucking Harry Potter.
I just think because he's just got a huge stick up his ass because he's a CEO of a big company. He thinks he can just treat people the way he can, I suppose. Which, in my honest opinion, I find to be a little silly and stupid. And again, I don't see David Eddings' fucking request to be that silly at all or that minute. I think it's a reasonable request. But, I digress. Anyway, we can move on to the next article anyway, which is a pretty interesting one for people that were looking forward to Scalebound at least. I know, like, as much as, because Microsoft really hasn't had, Xbox One hasn't really had many exclusive titles, like, at all. Like, any big heavy hitters, apart from your usual Halo and Gears of War, that's all they've really had. But they decided to bring out not really a statement, but just sort of come out and sort of clear the air when it came to what sort of caused Scalebound's cancellation. And from what I've read from the last couple of days, it's looks like it probably was both Microsoft and the developers' fault at large. But now I'll quickly read a bit of this out. Cancellation of Bayonetta developer Platinum Games action RPG Scalebound was one of the biggest news stories of 2017. Microsoft, the game publisher, took a lot of the heat about the cancellation, but Platinum boss Atushi, I can't pronounce that name, I'm sorry, says Platinum is to blame as well. Both sides failed, he told Video Game Chronicle. Iniba added to that Scalebound, the game, didn't do all the things that we wanted it to do as a developer. Iniba went on to say that it wasn't easy to watch fans yell at Microsoft over Scalebound's cancellation, because it was a big fucking thing. Like, it was huge, because like so many people were so excited for it, and the game looked like it was going to be a console seller. It just did. It looked amazing. The reality is, when any game in development can't get released, it's because both sides failed, he said. I think there are areas where we could have done better, and I'm sure there are areas that Microsoft, as a publishing partner, wished that they could have done better. Because nobody wants a game to be cancelled. No. Same as like TV shows and like movie series and stuff like that. Like no one wants to see them cancelled, especially if they're a good show. But
Twilight should be cancelled.
Oh yeah, but you had a lot of freaking hormone intense freaking 16-year-old freaking begging for more of them. But For me personally, I think scalebound was just a massive blow for Microsoft. That being cancelled, it was a massive blow. And it sucked to see because, again, scalebound looked like it had a lot of promise. It looked very good. The gameplay looked fun. Just the whole concept was just really cool. And it just got canned. And it sucked to see because, I think maybe there could have been some avenues they could have tried to sort of fix it. Maybe they could have probably put more budget into Platinum Games to try and get it over the crossing line, or like help them hire more artists to help finish it. I don't know, but one thing's for certain though is that it is a big loss for Microsoft, in my honest opinion. Do you remember Scalebound at all? Or?
No. I think I remember it, but I don't know. I think it just escapes me.
Well, see, I remember when it was first announced, like everyone was just praising it, going, "This is going to be a big, heavy hitter for Microsoft. This is going to sell some fucking consoles, And if this comes out, it's gonna just looks like it was gonna just wipe the floor with a lot of games that were going to come out that year. But sadly, that just didn't end up being the case. So, like for me, it felt like a bit of a mixture of the smart ass humor of Devil May Cry and a bit of Monster Hunter involved with it, and it looked really cool. And me myself was quite looking forward to it because again, like my Xbox is just sitting out in my lounge room. I don't play games on it. I just don't because there's nothing to play on it apart from Gears of War and Halo. But even then, I can buy Gears of War 4 on PC. I'll be able to buy the Master Chief Collection on PC soon, which I'm very much looking forward to. Excuse me. And, it's just, at the moment, I do agree with a lot of some of my mates' perspectives when it comes to the Microsoft teaming up with PC to bring out all their exclusives will also come out on PC, because then I do understand, because then if people have a PC, there's no need to go and buy an Xbox. There just isn't. I agree with that statement. I just do. But then again, me personally, as a PC gamer, I would like them to be on PC because I would prefer them on PC.
Yeah.
It's just simply that. And for people that can't afford a gaming PC, it's a lot easier to go and buy like a $500 console and play those games on there, and it's a lot easier, a lot more simpler. You just plug it in, throw it in, and not 9 times out of 10, probably about 6 times out of 10, you can just play it straight away, like after install, of course. And that I'm just saying that if it doesn't include fucking day one patches, but these days everything freaking needs a day one bloody patch every. It's ridiculous. Yep. Games don't ever come out fucking,
Ready.
Finished anymore, which just sucks to see. But it'd be interesting to see how I'm hoping maybe another company might pick it up and maybe try and see if they can finish it themselves. But I don't think it'll probably happen. If it ever happens, it probably won't be for a long time. Which will kind of suck. But one very, very, very funny thing, and one thing that took me from left field I noticed this week, though, was the Sonic the Hedgehog director came out and said that he's going to fix the look of Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! I'm kind of shocked. A movie director making a video game movie, listening to their fans. What is this? I'm very happy that he's doing it. Like, very happy. But then again, I don't know personally whether the movie's going to be good in its own right. I think the movie itself is probably not going to...
It's probably going to be a novelty, but it's... it's better that they're actually going to try and fix what could have been a complete disaster to just be a train wreck.
Yeah, it could be. But,
Instead of one car, it could just be like it will be a biker getting hit by a car instead of like a 9-car pileup.
Yeah, I think that most of the criticisms people have with the movie is the movie kind of looked very low budget, which it seems that way, right? The movie does kind of look, like there wasn't a lot of effort involved in it, and the only good thing in it, in my honest opinion, was probably Jim Carrey as fucking Eggman, like Dr. Robotnik. I think he is the only person in that movie that probably will knock it out of the park with his.
Sarah.
Yes.
Pipe down in the back there.
Laughing like a maniac.
But yeah. So well, I know you weren't really a fan of what you saw with Jim Carrey in the trailer, were you?
No, Jim Carrey is pretty much a shadow. He's a shadow of his form. Fucking come out! He's a shadow of his former self.
There you go. There we go. You finally got it. It's all good.
Yep. It's like you trying to read an article.
Yeah, but well, yeah, he is. Like, then again though, like I was never a huge fan of Jim Carrey. I still kind of ain't. Like, there is only a couple of things he's ever been in that I like Kick-Ass 2, and I liked Yes Man. I thought Yes Man was pretty funny. But I quite like him in this. I think it's the role's perfect for him. You can clearly tell it's obviously going to be more of an origin story for him beforehand, but I don't know. But look, I'm happy that the director sat down and just turned around and said, right, I fucked up. I've heard your complaints, I've heard your criticisms, and I'm willing to change it. I'm very happy with that because not many other directors would do that. Most other directors would just turn around and go, this is my fucking vision, whether you like it or not, and if you don't like it, well, you can kiss me ass.
You won't bother Resident Evil movies.
Well, again, they're not good movies. They're my guilty pleasure movies, yes. But they're nowhere near good movies. No.
The more and more I watch the Resident Evil movies, the more and more I realise she's a really bad actor.
Yeah, she's nowhere near as good as she used to be, Mila Jovovich. I think how you pronounce her.
That's what happens when you put a baby in her.
Well, was it like her best performance would probably be The Fifth Element. Like, she was really good in that. But her acting's sort of gone a little downhill from there. Like, I haven't watched Hellboy yet. But I know that there's a lot of people that aren't very happy about that. But I'll probably still go and watch it anyway to see how much of a train wreck it really was. Because personally, I was not all for it when they recasted Ron Perlman. Because me personally, I love Ron Perlman. I thought he was a perfect Hellboy. But then when the first photos came out of David Harbour as Hellboy, it did look all right. He looks the part. But I don't know. It's one of those things that might hopefully get better, maybe. But yeah, so we'll go on.
Oh, they got rid of Ron Perlman. Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, David Harbour's in the new one.
Oh.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
Nope.
Oh, well, he's in that. But anyway, so we'll go on to the next article for the week. I know these are already very small articles, but there was only like a couple of big things that happened this week. And the rest of it's all pretty small.
So we've got some Indians 2 houses down from me, right? And every fucking day there's nice food coming in my window, and I'm fucking pissed off about it.
It's like
smells nice. It probably gives you jelly belly. It smells nice.
You feel like just going over there, knocking on the door, going, "Please, can I have some?"
I'm not going to be racist or anything, but like they live the stereotype. They're both Uber drivers.
Oh God.
So I'm gonna like order an Uber one day, and they're gonna literally drive out their driveway and drive after hours.
Yeah. It's like, bring your curry. I want your curry. I've been smelling it for weeks. I want some curry. It smells good.
What doesn't help is at number one, 2 houses up from him, is a Thai family.
Oh no.
We were smelling coconut rice this morning.
You know what you should do, right? Just turn around and go, right, we're gonna have a big, huge like apartment complex sort of like get together party. Everyone bring your own dish and we'll all share. And then you just pig out on everything. That'd be great. Alright, we'll get into this.
Yeah, the dogs are missing.
X-Rare devs announce a new 3D platformer.
Another platformer.
Yes, Tamarin. Now, I haven't watched the trailer, but I did read a bit of the article. We'll probably watch the trailer together anyway. We'll see what it looks like.
Oh god, just put that bum down. Did those ants just kill birds with like their wrists? Like come across as like this cute, fun-y game that like has a super dark tone. It's like Conquest Verde. It looks innocent and normal until the very end. We're gonna go postal in a second. I don't have the sound. I'm listening to the sound, but those are ants. Those are really big ants, man.
Looks interesting. It reminds me a bit of Conker's Bad Fur Day, but for kids. Like the whole sort of like controller setup, the control setup, and everything like that. It doesn't look half bad. I'll give it that. The graphics. Then again, I think it's probably going to be more of an indie title, but yeah. So the graphics probably could be all right. Getting a phone call. I really should stop. Not doing that. But anyway, I need to fucking turn my phone on silent every time I have every time I do the podcast. It seems like every single time I do the podcast, I get a phone call. Irritates the shit out of me.
Yeah, maybe you would think that
putting it on silent might be the smart option.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so it reminds me a lot of Conker's Bad Fur Day again, but but again for kids. I don't know. It looks like it could be a decent sort of kids game. So I don't know. Maybe it might be something to probably keep an eye out for later on. See what people can think, because I know when people were praising about how ukulele was going to be this new sort of like Banjo-Kazooie thing, and well,
I remember ukulele.
I never played it. I never played it, to be brutally honest with you. I heard the bad things about it, and obviously I don't want to.
John Trump said something political regarding Trump and shit like that, so they kicked him out of the game, and then like no one ever bought it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the fan base that people wanted to
JonTron fans.
Yeah, but they wanted to buy it with JonTron fans. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll quickly go on to our next articles, I should say, because they're pretty much about the same thing, except one was a recent development today. So, all right, I'll put the articles in the chat and forward them up. Apparently, Ubisoft is going to be teasing a Ghost Recon world premiere this week, and apparently today that the title was leaked. So, yeah, like I'm kind of looking forward to it, but then again, like Wildlands was a good bit of fun for like a small amount of time, and then it sort of got boring after a while. Like I did get it for free with the Division 2 when I pre-ordered it, but you know.
I got it for free when I bought a Razer mouse back in the day.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, no, I got it for free with that, but I don't know. Oh, okay. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, apparently, is what it's called. So, yeah.
Pretty dumb name, to be honest.
What they leaked, obviously, was... I didn't actually see this, because I quickly saw the article and threw it in. They accidentally leaked the collector's edition picture for it.
Oh, yeah? Can you enlarge it?
Yeah, I can, actually.
So everyone can have a look at this figurine?
Yeah, yes. It looks interesting.
Oh, I'm not picking up the... Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll get that, for sure.
What, just for the figurine?
Yeah, I'll get the collector's just for the figurine. Speaking of figurines, I'm not picking up the Division 1 anymore. I cancelled that layby.
Oh, why is that?
Because they burnt me.
Why did they burn you?
Well, because they fucking took too long. Like, the fucking, the content and shit. Like, I'm not playing it anymore. I literally haven't played Division in weeks, man.
Oh.
But there's nothing to do.
I'll probably still buy it.
Yeah, like, I'm still going to play it, but, like, I'm not going to go, yeah, Division's the best game in the world, and, like, represent it like every fucking cuck on Twitter at the moment.
Well, did any of the fans from the Division 1 at least fucking say it was the greatest game ever? I don't think we ever did.
Did you go on Twitter?
We were
yeah.
definitely obsessed with the game, but that was about it. We knew it had a lot of problems. Like a lot of problems. I don't know. There's anything in the... Because I guess it's only really the name that's been announced. I don't think it's been anything... Like, anything concrete to what's been announced. Yeah, I don't know. Could be an interesting one to look at, I suppose, to keep an eye on. Again, I keep saying that, but usually we will be keeping an eye on it anyway. Yep. But I'm just curious to find out whether it's a direct sequel from Wildlands or it's going to be its own thing, like they usually do. I don't know.
You know what I want? I want a Ghost Recon Future Soldier fucking continuation.
Do you?
I loved that one, the sci-fi one. That was great.
Anyway, so yeah, well that was a little interesting tidbit that I saw this morning. Well, actually, I was not this morning, this afternoon. Yeah, because at the moment I only had like a couple articles to talk about, and it was just fuck all to talk about this week still. So I'm just sort of just scrounging around trying to find things, but yes, but we've got three more articles to go, but we'll quickly grind through them and get through them all. I think I'm just sort of pumping out, waiting for E3, I suppose, because E3's probably going to hopefully bring a lot more a lot more content, I suppose, for us to talk about, because it's just at the moment there's just not much news to talk about lately, apart from like, what was it, only this week was the Randy Pitchford thing, so which was the major thing that needed to be talked about this week. You fucking muggle. I still can't get over that. It was fucking okay. There has to be a soundbite. Like, if anybody can find Randy Pitchford saying muggle, I will put that. I'll use that as a fucking soundbite for every time someone says something stupid on this podcast. Well, so every time someone says something stupid on the podcast,
fucking muggle.
Yeah, we'll have Randy Pitchford turn around and call us a fucking muggle. That'd be just perfect.
Guess you're forgetting it a lot.
Well, probably, yes. All right. Well, yeah. So this actually caught me eye today, which was a turn-based John Wick game coming out, which I'm kind of interested for. But I haven't watched the trailer, so again, we'll watch this together, because I'm a fan of the John Wick franchise. We'll see what it's like.
Yeah, I want to see the movie, like more of an end game, to be honest.
Like a game of chess.
John Wick.
Opportunity lies several steps ahead of your opponent. You must know where you are and where you are going. If that is true, Mr. Wick is a master at play. Tick-tock, Mr. Wick.
Oh!
What was that?
Right in the fucking nutters.
Oh, God. Yeah, it looks alright. Oh, I'd give it a go anyway. Probably
I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
might be something I might stream, I think. I'm actually kind of disappointed that they didn't do a like, if I reckon if Telltale was still around, I think Telltale would do really well with the John Wick game. Like, in the universe, I think it would work really, really well with a lot of the lore and stuff that's based around the movie franchise. I think it would work really, really well. But seeing as how Telltale has decided to, well, go bankrupt, you know.
How dare they, those assholes?
Yeah, well, you know. Oh, I just didn't like what they did to fucking The Walking Dead, because it was like, nah, we've fired all our staff members, but we're gonna can The Walking Dead's last couple of episodes. It's like, why would you do that? Like, you've already started it, why wouldn't you just finish it? And then it's like, oh, okay, we will, but we're bringing in more different people to come in and finish it. But, well, why wouldn't you just keep on the Walking Dead team you already had to finish it? But no. No, we can't have that, boys and girls. We just can't have that. But anyway, yeah, no, it's kind of an interesting take on something like that universe, which I think might do all right, or it mightn't do all right at all. So good to keep an eye on, I suppose. But yes, well, as I said, I'm looking forward to the third movie though, because the third movie looks like it's just going to be balls to the wall, fucking insane.
I did like how he's like, here, can you take my dog? And make sure the connoisseur.
Yes. But
have you seen the actor who plays the connoisseur? His for that fucking toy shop.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? He plays a menacing guy, honestly.
He just pulls it off perfectly. Like, and then again, like, if I don't get to see him kick some sort of ass in the third movie, I'm going to be very disappointed. Very, very disappointed, because I think he'd be very good at it. But moving on to our second last article for the night. Ubisoft walks back plans to introduce high level the Division 2 gear, with next update. They're pretty much meaning that the gear store is going to stay the same. They'll probably add a couple more new gear sets, and the raid, and that'll be about it. Excuse me. I know you aren't very happy about that. Even though, again, you haven't really been playing it often, but I know you're not happy with that. You'd probably rather gear score up.
No, honestly.
I know a lot of people's complaints have been that they really, really want, they really do want the Division 2 gear score to go up for the raid. Personally, look, gear score's high enough as it is, to be brutally honest with you, in my honest opinion. And I don't really see a need to up the gear score. And as well as too, I think at the moment, all they need to really bring in is different gear sets, do a bit more balancing, make the gear sets actually somewhat powerful. Nowhere near to the level like the Division 1 was, where it was just absolute bullshit. But, like, just buff them a bit to make them just at least somewhat usable and make you want them. Because at the moment, the gear sets aren't even worth even having unless you want to use some of the actual course, like the other alternative stats. And even then, there's just not really any point, is there? Yes, but that was sort of a quick sort of update with what's going on with the Division 2 at the moment. And we'll go on to the last and final thing this week, which kind of shocked me because I thought that it was already on Steam. But did you know that Star Wars Battlefield 1 has only recently been brought out on Steam and Good Old Games?
Battlefield 1?
Yeah, or the original Battlefield.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant Battlefront. I thought you meant Battlefield, like...
Oh, sorry, no, Battlefront, sorry, my bad, yeah. The original Battlefront game. Which I thought was already on Steam. I mean, my mate, because one of my mates said, "Oh, so Battlefront's come to Steam now." Well, what two? Or I thought pretty much both of them were already on Steam. No, they've just brought on Battlefront 1. Me and my mate were looking at it, like, sitting there, we pretty much looked at each other and went, "Fucking what?" No, I'm pretty sure it's out. So I'm pretty sure I even vaguely remember buying it back when I first got my Steam account. Bought it with Battlefront 2. But no, apparently not. I think I've been Mandela affected. But I swear that's the reason, because I swear to God, I thought it was on Steam. I really did. But now it's on Steam. Not a really big thing. Like well, it's a big thing, but I'm excited for it. I'm happy. It's good to see.
It's a big thing, but you don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's just Star Wars Battlefront for me. I'm long past now. Like
You're too old now.
No, it's not that. It's just I used to play the living shit out of the first one. I used to play the living shit out of the second one back when I was fucking young, and just no point really. Me probably
when you were young, because you're an old man now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, because being 24 is being old.
You're 24.
You already know that. You're just hyping it up to make it sound fucking silly.
I'm 27 and you're 24. Really?
Yes, I am 24.
I'm an old man now.
Well, tough shit.
Oh,
you'll live.
You're fucking with me, right?
No, I'm not fucking with you.
Oh. Fuck.
You sound fucking devastated.
You sound older than me. I thought you were like 30 something. I didn't know you were 24.
Oh, mate, I'm only fucking 24, mate. I'm in my prime, coughing my lungs up from fucking smoking. It's great. It's just fucking great. 2 kids and practically married, so it's just fucking, yeah.
And happily married.
So practically married. We've been together for freaking 7 years. So all fun. So yes, well, I think that'll be it from us, I suppose. Anything you're probably going to be doing that's special this week, or are you just going to keep going on with your Warhammer dolls?
Hey, they're not dolls, they're action figures.
I knew that'll make you bite.
Nakato's like, you're playing with your little toys again, and I'm like, oh, you're playing with yourself because no man wants you.
That's just mean.
Mean. That was mean. That is mean. But, yeah, I'm probably going to do that, and I'm probably going to spend more of the fucking evening crying because I'm fucking old.
Oh, I will. You'll live for not much longer than I will. Actually, no, I'll live longer. Sorry, but that's
not the way you're fucking not the way you're fucking coughing your lungs up.
Probably not. No. But yeah, no. Well, I'll play again a bit more of Days Gone. I did play a bit more of it this week, but not really much.
Weren't you gonna have like a mini review this week?
A mini.
The Days Gone.
So far, it's all right. Like I can see why a lot of people have the criticisms they have with it. Personally, I think the storyline is fine enough. It's a decent zombie game. Like, it's not a system seller, but I'm having a bit of fun with it. What else? Yeah, I'll probably try and get back more into some more Tarkov, I suppose, and try and...
Yeah, I might play a bit of Tarkov at some point.
Yeah, well, I'm probably, depending on maybe tonight or whatever, I'll probably play some more Tarkov, depending on what I want to do. Anyway, alright, all you lovely people that have been watching for the last, not long. Hope you guys all have a good weekend, and I'll catch you all later. Take it easy.
Yep.